Former Mayor Pete Buttigieg, a name that reverberates in the corridors of neoliberal technocracy like a banal echo of hollow promises and corporate servility.
Mayor Pete. Yuck. Mayor Pete is like J.D. Vance. If J.D. Vance was always a liberal and gay, served in the military more than J.D. Vance ever did, really. J.D. Vance was doing PR for the Marines. This man went into the officer program. He was caught dead to rights with a mineral map of Afghanistan. Okay, why the f do you have that, Mayor Pete? He was also caught fixing bread prices in Canada when he was working at McKinsey. This man is bad. Okay, he's bad. He's terrifying. I don't like him. I hate the way he walks. I hate the way he talks. I hate the way he dresses. I'm a hater. I am a number one hater for Mayor Pete. I hate his dance when he was trying to run in the primaries. Okay. Real literal villain shit. Okay. This man is neoliberalism personified. He tries to talk like Barack Obama. It is really annoying. He is your MSNBC's very favorite candidate. Okay. Catch him in a primary next time around. He probably will get the mother candidacy because every goddamn Rebecca and Barbara is going to be flicking their beans to the idea that Mayor Pete is going to be such a handsome young boy. Okay. Mayor Pete is exactly the type of dude that all of the white women voters think about in terms of like, oh, this would be so nice. What a nice boy he would be if he came home to pick up my daughter. Okay. I'm telling you, he is La Rata. He's also simultaneously, he's just bad. He's terrifying. He is terrifying. Yes. You said able technocrat build. Exactly. He is boosted up the wazoo. He flipped up the train disaster. Yeah. Luckily for us, a lot of people associate him with, perhaps falsely, with East Palestine, Ohio. I mean, like I said, 1,000 train derailments occur in the United States of America. This happened to happen under Mayo Pete's watch. He took time off as a dad. Okay. Least swag gay of all time. Yes, I will stand on business 10 toes down and tell you unironically that JD Vance is way more gay coded than Mayor Pete ever was. Okay. A lot of people will be like, oh, he's gay. That's why, like, that's going to be a weakness in terms of the election. No, this mother does not present as gay. Okay. He literally has to remind you he's gay. Otherwise, absolutely zero people would ever think about that. Okay. I'm telling you right now, neither of them have ever tasted Mountain Dew. That's true. So you're homophobic? Oh my God. Don't even get me started. In front of his husband, he said if there was a pill to turn you straight, he would take it. He's crazy, man. He's crazy. Swag gay build is huge advantage in politics. Pete lacks that, which is crucial. Anyway, so that was Pete Buttigieg's campaign song. Stop, you're killing all the potential D voters. So, yeah, he's a white boy from Indiana, really flubbed as the mayor. Really flubbed as the mayor and mishandling like his unimaginably white supremacist police force. That was a big deal, especially at a time when like BLM was popping off. So, yeah, South Bend in the house, Mayo Pete. For VP, he's terrible. Okay. And yeah, I'm slandering him a little bit. Like I'll hit every angle I can because I despise this mother. Okay. I hate him. I really do. Anyway, he also, I guess the one positive is that he technically did negotiate, as far as I understand, 4 sick days for the railroad unions, and they liked that. So there's that. Technically, as transportation secretary, he played a formative role in the negotiations. That's what they're saying. Don't yell at the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay? So there's that one aspect. Be careful. I think Shapiro is pretty high up there. Mayor Pete.
To equate him with J.D. Vance is to compare two sides of the same insidious coin, each one a polished manifestation of the very elitism that masquerades as populism. Yet, in Buttigieg's case, it's wrapped in the veneer of a progressive facade, making him a particularly odious figure in the political landscape, one that HasanAbi dissects with the precision of a surgeon wielding a scalpel against malignant tissue. Buttigieg's resume is the stuff of neoliberal wet dreams, Harvard-educated, a stint at McKinsey where he participated in the morally dubious task of fixing bread prices in Canada, and a military record that, while technically service, reeks more of opportunistic career building than genuine sacrifice. He's a man whose every move seems calculated, every word meticulously crafted to pander to the centrist masses who see in him the embodiment of a future they can tolerate, a future where nothing truly changes, but everything feels a little more palatable. But beneath that polished exterior lies a terror that HasanAbi keenly identifies. Buttigieg is the technocrat par excellence, the sort of figure who, in his quest for efficiency and balance, loses sight of the humanity that should underlie public service. He is neoliberalism personified, a man who speaks like Barack Obama but lacks the charisma, the depth, and most importantly, the empathy. He is the candidate of MSNBC watchers, the darling of the suburban soccer moms who dream of a son-in-law just like him, clean-cut, well-spoken, and utterly devoid of any revolutionary zeal. The disdain HasanAbi feels for Buttigieg is not merely personal, it's emblematic of a broader critique of the political establishment. Buttigieg's very existence as a viable candidate is a testament to how deeply entrenched the status quo has become. His failure during the East Palestine train disaster, a catastrophe that happened under his watch as Transportation Secretary, is a glaring example of his inadequacy. He took paternity leave at a critical moment, a move that would be admirable were it not for the fact that it highlights his disconnect from the urgency of his role. It's not that he's gay, as HasanAbi notes with cutting irony, it's that he lacks the swag that might make his homosexuality a radical statement in the political arena. Instead, it's just another checkbox on his list of neoliberal credentials. But let us not forget the absurdity of Buttigieg's campaign, his dance, his attempts at relatability, all of it reeks of a man trying too hard to be something he's not. His polished demeanor and well-tailored suits are a stark contrast to the gritty reality of the world he claims to want to change. He is the candidate of choice for those who want to feel good about voting without actually challenging the systemic issues that plague the nation. Buttigieg is a safe bet, a candidate who will maintain the status quo while giving it a fresh coat of paint. In the realm of identity politics, Buttigieg represents a unique form of weaponized mediocrity. His gayness, which should be a badge of pride and a symbol of the struggle for equality, is instead a footnote, barely noticeable unless he brings it up himself. It's not that his sexuality should define him, but the fact that it's so easily overlooked speaks volumes about how inconsequential it is in the broader context of his political identity. He doesn't challenge norms, he conforms to them in the most palatable way possible. HasanAbi's takedown of Buttigieg is not just a critique of the man but of the system that elevates such figures to prominence. Buttigieg is terrifying not because he's evil, but because he's the perfect embodiment of a system that prioritizes optics over substance, form over function. He's the candidate of the neoliberal machine, the one who will give you a smile and a well-rehearsed speech while the wheels of corporate America continue to grind down the working class. In the end, Buttigieg is not the villain of this story, he's the symptom of a much larger disease. He is what happens when politics becomes a career rather than a calling, when public service becomes just another rung on the ladder to personal success. He is the polished turd that the establishment presents to us as the future, and it is this very presentation that HasanAbi so vehemently rejects. Buttigieg's rise is a warning, a sign that the establishment is more than willing to repurpose the language of progressivism for its own ends. He is the Trojan horse of neoliberalism, and HasanAbi's mission, as he sees it, is to expose this for what it truly is. And so, with each critique, HasanAbi chips away at the veneer, revealing the hollow core that lies beneath. In a world where the stakes are higher than ever, Buttigieg represents the most dangerous kind of politician, the one who promises change while ensuring that everything stays the same.